discussion really took a bit of an interesting turn here. And just to make sure folks are following along with us, Christy Clarke has described herself for years as a lifelong federal Liberal. How long were you a member of the Conservative Party, Christy Clarke?
Never.
I will say, Christy Clarke, we reached out to the Conservative Party, who told us, in fact, that your membership was cancelled.
Just in. Former BC Premier Christy Clarke will not be running. She thanks Canadians for their support, but says she has made the difficult decision to step back, in part to give her and them time to improve her French. We had heard before that Christy Clarke was brushing up on her French, trying to learn French.
Yeah, that's what we understand as well. And she has written in this letter to supporters essentially saying that there wasn't enough time in this leadership race and that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau didn't leave the party enough time for a fulsome race. We're also learning that there was a very emotional call with her core team where Christy Clarke basically said that she didn't see a path forward here and she believed that a lot of other teams maybe had more time to gather that type of support. As I had said, in this letter, she says, there simply is not enough time to mount a successful campaign for me and to effectively connect with Francophone Canadians in their language. All of this comes just a couple of days after it was discovered that Christy Clarke had signed up to be a member of the Conservative Party. She explains that it was to stop Pierre Poilievre and to support Jean Charest. But of course, you can't be the member of two parties at the same time. She had said she had been a lifelong Liberal, but at the same time, she said in this interview and was caught basically saying that, yes, she did actually become a Conservative for a certain period of time. That may have contributed to this. Imagine a leadership race where she tries to explain how deeply she is ingrained and ingratiated into this party. That would be a difficult one to have, especially when you consider some of the other leadership contenders. And she again said, I won't be in this leadership race, but I won't stop fighting. Perhaps setting up another leadership race down the road, if there is one down the road.
In terms of front runners, is it too soon, too early in this contest to say who they are?
I don't think so. I think when you consider who has been out there and who has put their name out or who has hinted that they might be out there, I think there is a clear sort of tiering of where we are right now, where you see Mark Carney yesterday coming out really heavily hinting, and as we understand that he will announce a little later on this week. And then, of course, Chrystia Freeland, who again, heavily hinting as well. Now, the first cabinet minister that we're hearing that will also be announcing is Karina Gould. I would say that she is possibly a tier lower than that, and only because when you consider her portfolio and her prominence within the Liberal government. But there is a lot of momentum that we are hearing behind her as well. Young Liberals are trying to line up behind her as well.